Louisiana State Police have captured a fifth inmate of the original 10 that escaped a New Orleans state facility last week. And as the search enters its sixth day for the remaining 5 inmates at large, officials are under scrutiny for the security protocols in place and the lapses in communication. Dwayne Chapman, you know him as Dog the Bounty Hunter, joins me now. Dog, thanks so much for being on the show. Let's start with these lapses, these failures that led up to this moment. What's your take on those?
Well, you know, number one, you don't put 10 violent criminals in one cell. You know, that is, look what happened. And number two, where is the security? I'm like everyone else, I'm thinking, besides the janitor, this was an inside job. So, you know, once they start catching them one at a time. I know they caught a guy yesterday and they put him in a separate jail. Because why? They're going to make him a deal. How'd you get out? Who helped you? Where could the rest of the guys be? So I have confidence. Absolutely. The FBI now is in on it. So I have confidence in, you know, the Louisiana people, the sheriffs besides that county. And I have very much confidence in the FBI, the federal marshals.
Let's look ahead. Your business is literally hunting people down, hunting fugitives down. So how do you conduct a manhunt like this, especially when it's more than one? We have 5 people at this point on the run. So how do you do it?
Well, how we did it is we went door to door in all the neighborhoods they could or someone could be in, and we offered a reward, sometimes 10 and 20,000. And, you know, I have heard allegedly, I haven't confirmed this, but the feds have a $5,000 apiece reward. You know, $5,000 is not going to make a family member or someone talk. And a lot of times, you know, like dual people have jumped on or been on the run. And I would promise the one that, you know, I'd go to the DA and work them a deal if they tell me where the other one is. So that's why they got the one guy in a separate jail. They got the janitor in the same jail they broke out of. So I feel sorry for that guy.
I feel like you have a pretty good insight into the mind of somebody who is on the run. Let's flip that for a second. How worried should the people of New Orleans, and quite frankly outside of New Orleans, be that these individuals are on the run, potentially in their communities, especially in light of the fact that these folks weren't convicted of jaywalking. They were convicted of some pretty violent crimes, including murder.
Yes, well, you know, the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. How they act, you'll know them. In my world, by their record. So these guys are, almost every one of them was charged with some kind of violent gun charge. So I would say, you know, be on the lookout. I hope a lot of people have, you know, dogs that'll alert them because they're trying to find somewhere to go. The next time I think they're going to do like a home invasion because they caught the one guy. He was in what do you call it, squatting. They caught him as a squatter. So I would tell everyone, be on the lookout, beware, and have your phone ready to call 911.
In the end, are you confident that all 5 remaining fugitives will be caught?
Well, you know, in my career, 44 years, I've captured over 10,000 felons. And, you know, the FBI, federal marshals, they're way above my pay grade. So I am absolutely positive they will be caught. Hopefully, no one will be, you know, hurt. And a lot of times, even these fugitives, when they escape and the law's coming through the door or whatever, they commit suicide. So hopefully no one is harmed, including officers or the lay public.
Well, it's been a week. The FBI is now on the case. We'll see how far they can take it, because if they can't find these guys, I know somebody they can look to. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Thank you for joining us. We'll see if you're brought in. That would be fascinating. Appreciate your time this morning, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Aloha, brother. Thank you.
Aloha to you as well.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.